changing your life one story at a time. This is the Chicken Soup for the Soul podcast with Editor-in-Chief Amy Newmark.
Hey, it's Amy Newmark with your daily dose of Chicken Soup for the Soul inspiration to make you simply happy. It's Thoughtful Thursday, and today I want to talk about American spirit as illustrated by a very special pair of work boots. We put out a book last summer called Chicken Soup for the Soul, The Spirit of America. And it did include a lot of stories from grateful immigrants to this country. And the sales soared a few weeks ago when people started focusing on immigration. So I thought I'd share a story that is a favorite of my assistant, Mary Fisher, who is herself the child of parents from a combination of Czechoslovakian and Native American backgrounds. She picked out this story called American Boots for the book. So the writer, David Hull, tells us that when he was a kid and visited his grandparents, he was always intrigued by a very old pair of worn leather boots with missing laces that were kept just inside the back door of his grandparents' house. He never saw anyone put these boots on, but they were always there, season after season. Finally, one day when he was about 12, David asked his grandmother about the boots. She told him they belonged to her father, who David had never known because he had died right before he was born. David didn't understand why his grandmother kept them, and his grandmother explained, "Those, my dear, are the first pair of shoes my father bought after he got to America, and he wore them his whole life. He called them his American boots." So she kept them as a reminder. She explained that when her family had come to America, they had nothing but the clothes they were wearing and a few dollars her parents had managed to save before they left Germany. She said that years later, she asked her father, David's great-grandfather, if he ever imagined that he would be such a success in America, owning his own home, raising a family, and having children, and then with grandchildren on the way. David's grandmother said that her father's secret to success was steps, tiny little steps, always moving forward, wearing his American boots. He said that the boots symbolized to him the friendly kick in the pants that he felt that everyone who came to America got. David said, and I quote, that his grandfather believed that no matter how your homeland had hindered or impeded you, once you got to America, you'd feel that little kick in the pants that would make you take a step forward. He always joked with my sister and me that if we ever needed a kick to get going, he'd be glad to help us with his American boots. And David's grandmother said that after her father passed away, she kept his old American boots right by the back door so that she would see them every time she went in or out. They kept her motivated. And now David keeps those old, worn American boots tucked in the corner by his own back door. They're a friendly reminder to keep moving forward and keep putting his best foot forward, just like the 3 generations before him. So immigration has been top of mind this winter, and so has kindness. We put out our Random Acts of Kindness book a couple of weeks ago to a huge response. And now we're going to combine our Spirit of America concept with our Random Acts of Kindness concept, and we're creating a new collection of stories that remind us of the kind America we live in. We're calling this book My Kind of America, with the emphasis on kind America. We're doing this because we've always been known as a country filled with good people who volunteer in our communities, who help people who need help, and who pride ourselves on doing the right thing. And our huge country is known for its tolerance, its energy, its spirit, and we've always been proud of our inclusive and welcoming attitude, no matter anyone's color, country of origin, sexual identity, or religion. Now, this won't be a book about politics. This is a book about people, one person at a time, doing what we do best. So if you want to be part of it and have a chance to be published in a Chicken Soup for the Soul book, go to our website, chickensoup.com, and scroll to the bottom of the homepage and click on Submit Your Story. You'll see everything you need, a description of the book, our story guidelines, and the form you use to submit your story over the internet. And come back tomorrow for Friend Friday, and we'll talk about America in a different way, about its heroes and its history. I'm very pleased that I'm going to be joined tomorrow by the New York Times bestselling author Brad Meltzer, who is a fascinating writer and the grandson of immigrants as well. You've read his books, you've seen his TV shows. We're going to talk about his entire body of work, including his new line of children's books about American heroes. I'm Amy Newmark. Thanks for listening to the Chicken Soup for the Soul podcast today. Don't forget to tell your friends and family to listen, and make sure you subscribe to the podcast so that you get a new episode every day.